Hello, this is Dave Dimmer with ProLink Graphic Services, and I'm here today to show you a little bit more about the Fortune Stone Rhinestone Design software in the Advanced Edition. In this particular demo, I'm going to show you how to create some text and do a full fill with a different color on the outline. So again, I'm going to go ahead and get started right off the bat here. I'm going to get out of this one, and I'm going to come over here to my text tool. And I'm going to type in COLTS. Okay, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to choose the Arial Black. I'm going to increase the size here. Let's go to about right there. That's a pretty good size. Okay, so I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go ahead and make it white on the inside. And I want an outline, so I'm going to make it dark blue just so I can see it. It doesn't matter about the outline color. Okay, now I'm going to come over here to the FSA, bring up my tabs. I'm going to go to multi-dot setting and again hit fountain fill. That way we can get a good representation of a rhinestone when we get finished. I'm going to come down here to fill path. Click on that. I'm going to first of all, when you do text, there's a couple of things you need to know. When you have a rounded C or an O or an S, anything with a rounded configuration for the font or for that particular letter, it's almost always going to either go beyond, and I'm going to show you here, this is your level here for the top, and of course this is your level for the bottom. The O's, the C's, the S's always want to extend beyond that. Sometimes it just looks that way and sometimes it actually does that. So what I want you to do is, let me get rid of these, and I'm going to click on here. I'm simply going to hit Control K, break apart. So this is still, as you can see right here, this is still Arial Black. It's still in a font. It is not an actual object. It's still a font, but it is individual letters now. Okay, so now I'm going to take this whole thing here, select it, and I'm going to come right down here and I'm going to do the horizontal path. I'm going to click inside line path. Okay, and I'm going to hit restore because I forgot one other thing that I wanted to do. I'm going to put two colors on this instead of one. So again, I'm going to select it, and I'm going to come right here to contour inside, click on that, and this time I'm not going to leave that at 0, I'm going to put 1. Okay, and then I'm going to come down here again and hit inside line with the horizontal lines here. Alright, now I'm going to take the outside here of each letter. I'm going to hit hold down my shift key, and I'm going to select each one of those outside lines here. Okay, I've got all the outlines selected. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to choose maybe this dark blue right here. So I'm going to left click and then I'm going to hit done. Now I can come over here to fill, click on that, and again my warning comes up about my dockers, make sure they're closed. I'm going to go ahead and say OK, and within a few seconds we have our rhinestones in place. A little over 7 seconds, and I've got a two-color design. Now there's a couple of things I can do here. Number one, I want to maybe enlarge it a little bit. You might want to even shrink it a little bit, I don't know, but I've noticed right here my line is a little bit off here. That means that there wasn't enough room to put another set of rhinestones in here, so I can either shrink this down or I can widen it up. And the way it looks right now, I think I'd just as soon shrink it down. Same thing here on the L. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hit cancel, and I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to go right over here to my shape tool, click on that. I'm going to click on the letter T to start with, and I'm just going to select all those nodes right there. Now I'm going to hold down my control key and I can bring this up even right about there with that line, that middle line. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the L down here with these two nodes. Hold down my control key and just simply pull this down just about even there. That should make it look a lot better. Okay, there's a couple other things I could do at this point. One is that I can stretch this out a little bit if I wanted to, either direction. Up. Sorry about that. But anyway, you can make a lot of corrections or a lot of editing right here. I'm just going to go ahead and hit get my pick tool back. Couldn't think of the name of it there for a minute. Now again, I'm going to select the whole thing, but before I do that, or I'm going to fill the whole thing, but before I do that, I need to select these and make sure that I've still got the blue there. And I'm looking right down here in the lower right hand corner, and I can see the blue is down there. Okay, so as long as that blue is there, I'm good. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit fill again, and I'm going to go ahead and click this so that this message won't come up again. I've got my Dockers off the screen, and it should take about 7 or 8 seconds again, and you will see the correction that we've done here. So this makes this look much better now. Okay, it's the same thing with any of these fonts over here. If you want more or less room in here, like there wasn't quite enough room to put another set of rhinestones in here, well, rather than to try to pull this up, I would probably pull it down because of two reasons. Number one, you're going to get awful close to the other rhinestones right here coming down from the S on this line. Plus, if I pull this down, then this will come across here, and I'm going to use 3 less rhinestones. I don't want to add any more rhinestones. That's just adding cost to my design, and it's also adding cutting time and all that kind of stuff. So I would rather shrink this back down, just like I did the T and the L. That way, again, I'm saving rhinestones. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and come over here and hit preview. Take a look at it. Okay, doesn't look too bad. So I've got my fills in here, and again, I'm going to come back here just one more time. I'm going to hit normal, and let me show you how to do this. The difference here is the 4 rhinestones at the top here, the O and the C. I want maybe 6 instead. So I'm going to zoom in here right now, and I'm going to click on this line, not one of the holes. I want to click on the line itself. Okay, then I want to go get my excuse me. I want to go get my shape tool, and I'm just going to zoom this on out maybe about right there, and I'm going to bring this one back to about right there. And again, if you hold down your control key, it's going to help you stay on line. See that jump? Okay, so I'm going to bring that right about there. Now I'm going to come back here to my pick tool. Now I'm going to click on one of these center circles here, and I can very simply adjust the number of stones that I've got in there, just like that, just by putting a couple more steps in there. Okay, now that I've got this, all I have to do is click, and let's make a copy up here of that. Okay, now this is the one I want to replace. So all I'm going to do is click on here, and I'm just going to put blue in there just for color. It could have been red, green, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to take this one, I'm going to hold down my shift key, click on this one, and I'm simply going to hit a couple of keys here to center those up. Now I can come back in here, click on one of those center blue ones, make sure I've got the blue by looking down here in the lower right hand corner, and simply hit delete, and I've just replaced those. Okay, same thing on the C here. Once you've got this, you can bring another one over, click here, make it a different color. Again, click on this one, hold down your shift key, and simply put this in the center here and align them. Come in here and delete that. So it's very easy to be, it's very easy for you to, and again I'm going to change that color. to replace these, and you only have to do that one time as far as making the adjustment as far as the number of rhinestones in there. Okay, now to me that looks a lot better. Now I could probably go ahead and do it with the S over here as well, but for demo purposes I think you're understanding what's going on here and getting the point. Although I did mess up right here, that's my fault. I can still change that right now. If I was going to send this to a customer for pre-approval over the internet using or saving this as a JPEG, I would simply come over here to my fill, go to my fountain fill. I'm going to come up here to square, and I'm going to select this dark blue and hit OK, and now I've fixed that as well. Okay, and again, if you want to, you can come over here and take a look, see what this would look like on different colors. Just like so. Okay. So that's a good highlight of an overview of how the advanced software works. And of course, if you're interested in purchasing or want to know more about it, you can always contact me at Dave, D-A-V-E-D, at ProLink, P-R-O-L-I-N-K, G-S as in graphic services.com. Thank you.